Well, Sunday is Father's Day, and you always think, what kind of message can you give to all the dads out there? The dads who have raised their kids, dads who are raising their kids, dads who have failed their kids, young men who hope to be dads someday. What do you say in all that? And every time I get ready, there's always somebody that says something like this. Well, of course, it's easy for you to talk about Father's Day. You had a great dad. You had a great father-in-law. Your kids turned out great. And you know what? All of that is true. I did have a great dad. He loved God and loved me and was proud of me. I had a great father-in-law who, after my dad died, very much became like my dad. And you know what? If the measure of a good dad is good kids, I did well. I love my kids, and they're good kids. Got their problems, got their issues. But, you know, when somebody says, boy, it must be easy, I want to talk about all the mistakes I made. And, boy, I made a lot of mistakes as a dad, you know. I had sin in my life, and that had to mess up my kids. And, boy, sometimes I was too hands-on, and sometimes I was too hands-off, and sometimes I was too hard, and sometimes I was too easy, and sometimes I knew exactly what to do and found out later it was exactly what not to do. And, boy, I made mistakes in judgment, and sometimes I did what I thought was right, and it wasn't, and sometimes, you know what, who cares? You know what, dads, don't be so hard on yourself. Man, you dads that raised your kids and you're thinking, man, I made all these mistakes, and if I hadn't, listen, we raise kids in a hard and a fallen world. If you're a Christian, you did the best you could, and you know what? Your kids probably turned out okay. And if you think, no, my kids are really messed up and it's my fault, you know what? Just keep loving them and keep praying for them. And, you know, for those of you that are in the middle of raising your kids and you're just like, man, am I ever going to get this right? And how are they going to turn out? You know, just keep hanging in there every day. And in fact, I'll tell you, for those of you that aren't yet dads, and those of you that are raising your kids, and those of you that have raised your kids, here's the things to remember about being a good dad. Number one, above all, you love God with all you have. You got things in your life that aren't right, then fix them. Work at it. Repent. Do better. Man, my kids sure saw a lot of messed up stuff in my life. You know what they also saw? Somebody who didn't quit, somebody who loved Jesus, somebody that fixed it. Man, just get it right. Love God and chase Him. Number two, boy, if their mom's around, you love their mom more than anything. Now, if you're a single dad or you're a dad estranged from your marriage broke up, you're trying to parent from a distance or whatever, I don't know, but I will tell you this. If you're still in a family unit, best thing you do for your kids is love their mom, because they notice that. Keep loving your kids. You know, I made so many mistakes with my kids, but I did one thing exactly right. I tried really hard to give them Jesus. Some of you have heard me say this. I gave my kids a lot of baggage. Best thing about it, I gave them one huge suitcase to put all their baggage in. And that big suitcase is Jesus. And you know what? It works out all right. For all the mistakes, I look at my kids, I look at my grands, and I think, boy, God, thank you. In spite of me, they've done really well. And I give most of that credit to their mom and above all to God. So dads, quit beating yourself up. Do the best you can, but love God, love their mom, love them, and you know what? It'll all work out. This is Steve Ridgell telling you, hang in there, dads. You're really doing okay.